Okay, this next minifigure showcase that I'm going to do is going to be a bit shorter because there's fewer characters to show. I want to start off with my first Deadpool minifigure. Um, most of these are X-Men characters with the exception of one of them. Um, here's my first Deadpool character. This one had a chip on his leg. Alright, chip out of missing end of his leg. It's easier to see in person. The holsters for his swords don't really hold the swords very well, um, as is the case with the other two Deadpool characters that have swords. Three of them have swords, one doesn't. I have 4 Deadpool minifigures. The other one looks pretty much the same as this one, but I have his unmasked version. And with this one, I like to give him a stormtrooper or a clone trooper helmet like this, because I think it looks funny having a Clone Wars clone helmet on him. He came with these guns. I had to glue these silencers on there because on one of these, I think both of them have guns like two of them have guns like that. One of them I had to glue the silencers on. I can't tell if it was this one or the other one, but one of the silencers, usually this one, the one on this side, would fall off of one of them, and so I glued it on there because the barrel of the gun wasn't big enough to actually have any of it on in the silencer at all. Hang on a second. Okie dokie. Next we'll do kind of a trailer teaser type Deadpool character here. This is the only version that does not have swords or holster. That I'll show without his accessories, and then I'll give him his accessories here, because he has sidearm printing. That is Deadpool Bob Ross. um, yeah, sidearm printing. I don't think the back of his head has. Yeah, the back of his head doesn't have printing behind the afro, but I think this is just really funny. This is from one of the teasers for Deadpool 2. He has a paintbrush with some green paint on it there. And then one of these paint palette things. I don't know what the term for these things are, but yeah, this is definitely my most unique Deadpool minifigure because it's from a teaser trailer basically, instead of actually being featured in the movie itself, or in the movies themselves, I should say. The next minifigure here, are these official Lego plaster pieces? No. Is Negasonic Teenage Warhead, or as Deadpool started to call her, Negasonic Teenage Longest Name Ever. Um, I gave her one of the Lego Batman movie utility belt pieces there in yellow. I felt like that fit the aesthetic of the character. And here's her alternate expression. I like having her on this expression because the Power Blast pieces are on, and it makes more sense to have her look angry when she's using her powers because she's a moody teenager. Let's see. Let's take a break from the X-Men characters for a second, and here's the Amazing Spider-Man 2 version of Electro with Rey's hairpiece from Lego Star Wars. I like to get silly with my minifigures. I can't help it. Here's the back of his head and the printing there, and then the hairpiece. I had a spare hairpiece for Rey because I got one. My buddy Bryce gave me some of his Lego stuff a couple years ago, and one of the Reys that came with that one was from Rey's speeder set from the Force Awakens line of sets, and I have that Rey with her scavenger hood thing on, and so I gave the hairpiece from that version to Electro here because I thought it looked hilarious. Hopefully you find it funny too because it's just so funny. And here's the unmasked Deadpool in his suit with alternate gun pieces also. And he has a B.A. Baracus A-Team hairpiece, because when I got the A-Team, was it a level pack? I think I think it was a level pack. The A-Team level pack with B.A. Baracus. No, I don't remember what kind of pack it was. It must have been a fun pack or something, because it just had him in the vehicle. But he had 2 hair pieces, so I gave one of them to Deadpool, because why not? Why not? There's no printing on the back of his head, so I'll leave the hairpiece on him. The remaining Deadpool minifigure, I'm not going to show the back of the minifigure, because it's from a scene from Deadpool 2 after he's been ripped in half, and after Deadpool's been ripped in half, I should say. And honestly, the face printing for this one for that version, looks more like a charred Anakin, or like Vader transformation, that type of Anakin or something. But yeah, before we get to that one, here is a off-brand Mystique minifigure. Go ahead and show both sides here. She came with this gun. I got this one at a Comic-Con event, or the one I referenced earlier or in my previous video with up at the Washington State Fairgrounds. And then I gave her this gun when I got home later, because I think it makes sense for her to use 2 guns. And then she does have an alternate expression here, but I think this one looks less silly. The eyes look like they're too far up on the alternate expression, so I have her on the angry face. Usually I try and have my minifigures on the not angry face. Does Logan here have an alternate expression? He does not. We'll get to that in a second. But here's Deadpool with an afro. I'm not going to show the back of this minifigure. If you've seen Deadpool 2, you'll know why I'm not showing the back of the minifigure. But he has little toes printed on his legs there. He has what looked like official Star Wars blasters there, but they're off-brand. And the face printing that he has right there, to me, that looks a lot like Crispy Critter Anakin. That's what I call it from the Vader transformation set before he has the Darth Vader suit, is Crispy Critter Darth Vader. But yeah, so here he's wearing some sort of like Hawaiian shirt or something in a navy blue hoodie. Yeah. And then the last minifigure for this section, in the previous video I mentioned how the Wolverine from that video had Old Man Logan's claws, and how Old Man Logan has the claws from the cartoon Wolverine minifigure. That's because I think this one looks better with the chrome claws, honestly. This is from Logan, the movie 2017. Obviously, a fake minifigure, knockoff minifigure. Not really fake. I mean, it's kind of fake, but when I saw a YouTuber one time do a review of this character, of this minifigure, and whenever he had minifigures that had like battle damage and like cuts or something on them, like Wolverine with the blood on his shirt there, he would say, apparently this minifigure was a messy eater when he had fries and ketchup, because he got the evidence all over his shirt that he had ketchup, obviously, and or he'd be like, or maybe he had some jelly or something, like peanut butter jelly sandwich or something funny like that. But anyway, that is the last minifigure for this showcase. A bit shorter than the last one I just did, but hopefully it's an interesting content for you guys. All these characters are going to go back in the same drawer but the ones I showed off the other day or yesterday where I had, was it yesterday? Where I had a bunch of MCU villains, like Hela, Goddess of Death, and the two Thanoses and whatnot, the Children of Thanos, those guys. Um, uh, that drawer isn't the one that I have these characters in. Um, and they're in a different drawer system for some reason because I decided to put the X-Men characters like these and the cartoon guys in with my MCU minifigures, and as well as a bunch of just miscellaneous costume wearing characters like from the CMF series minifigure series. CMF is collectible minifigures. Um, if there's a character that I have from a set that looks like it's him wearing a costume, like for example, I have a watermelon suit character where he's holding a couple of slices of watermelon, and then his hat piece is a giant watermelon slice. I'll show that one in another video soon. But um, I have characters like that watermelon costume guy in with my MCU characters and these guys. Um, Old Man Logan's probably my favorite from this bunch. The only official minifigure in this particular part of the video was Electro. But the Clone Trooper mask, the afro, and the B.A. Baracus hair on those three Deadpool minifigures are official Lego pieces or Lego hair pieces and a helmet piece. But the rest of the minifigures, the rest of the parts, with the exception of the utility belt on Negasonic Teenage Warhead, was were official or were off-brand Lego. The pieces I just mentioned, those four pieces I singled out, are the only four official Lego pieces other than Electro. He's an official Lego minifigure altogether, but the rest are not. Most of these guys were official, except for the Wolverine character, I think. But yeah, anywho, I'm gonna put the rest of these characters in this bag now to make it easier to take them up back to my room, so they don't get lose their accessories or something. I would hate to lose the pieces for these guys. If the pieces fall off in the bag, that's no big deal. I'm gonna empty the bag onto my bed when I go upstairs and make sure everyone has their proper weapons and whatnot. But anyway, I'm just blabbing on now, so I'm gonna I'm gonna get going before I bore you guys to sleep. Bye.